Hey, Dan here, and welcome to this special edition of Talking Hope, where we're going to be hearing from some of the amazing young people who are part of Amplify Young Evangelists Academy. So, if you're not young and you don't work with young people, don't switch off, because I assure you that you will be inspired by their stories, by what they're up to, and by how God is working in and through them. So can I encourage you, sit back, enjoy, and be inspired. Let's take a listen and a watch.
I signed up for Amplify because my youth leader signed me up and felt that I was an evangelist, and I was like, nah, I totally am not an evangelist. Why did she sign me up? But actually in the end, I really realised that I was.
It was my youth leader. He said that he thinks that Amplify would be good for me.
The reason I joined Amplify was actually I didn't want to join originally. I was too shy to do this. But I really did enjoy sharing my faith, and I wanted to know how to do it more. And I really felt God saying, just sign up. So the day that the applications closed, I got my leader to sign me up, and here I am on my third year.
I've learned over the past few years on Amplify different techniques in order to talk to my friends.
You see, with the meetings that we had, even on Zoom, you know, it's just kind of having that constant checkup, being able to talk to a group of people constantly and say, maybe I struggle with this, can you pray for me with this? Like, it helped me a lot.
I've learned how to go out and share my faith with confidence, and I've gained a passion for evangelism. I don't just like it, I literally love it now. And I've learned how to share that with others too.
Amplify's given me great confidence in talking to people who I wouldn't necessarily talk about my faith with, and introducing them to Christ is something that I was very nervous about to begin with. But with the help of the small group leaders, I introduced tenfold.
From Amplify, I think I've learned that actually I am an evangelist, and that I can be strong in that. But also just to be obedient of when God says, go and talk to this person or share your faith, to actually be bold and go and do it.
My highlight on the first residential was meeting Christians my age, because where I'm from, there really isn't a lot.
You saw everyone for the first time. It was like a possibility to make new friends, and the sessions were one of my favourite parts. How everyone was able to worship. There was no uncomfortable moments.
Meeting other young evangelists. I didn't know anybody else my age who was a Christian sharing their faith. And for the first time I got to meet people that were just like me.
I loved how comfortable everyone was with worship. I didn't feel uncomfortable at all, even though I hardly knew anyone.
My highlight from the first weekend of Amplify was meeting so many amazing Christian friends in such a safe environment, and then going away from that weekend and not losing these friends, but actually getting stronger relationships with these friends and being able to encourage each other in our Christian life.
Seeing new people and making friends that I will never forget in my life.
I would say if you're thinking about Amplify, then you should 110% go.
If you have a relationship with Christ and you want to help people have a similar relationship, absolutely go for it.
Go for it, yeah.
2 words, do it.
Just do it. Don't disqualify yourself.
Sign up. Don't wait. Don't wait. Just go for it. Go with your gut instinct, because it's amazing.
It's going to be great. God has you.
Hey, I'm here with Josh in this episode of Talking Hope, and we're going to be chatting a bit about your experience in Amplify. So, this is your third year as part of Amplify. Where did it all start for you?
So it actually started with a friend sending me the leaflet, and I got it through and I was like, I don't really know what this is. So read into it a little bit more, and then sent it to my youth worker and said, I think this is something that I might be good for. Do you think so as well? And she was like, definitely, I'm signing you up. So she went and signed me up, and then, yeah, the rest is history.
So when was that? That was 2019?
Yeah, it would have been 2019.
Right.
Feels ages ago, but also really close at the same time. Years have flown by.
Yeah, and how have you grown on Amplify over the past few years?
I'd say I've grown in lots of different ways. So there's general faith ways, so in my relationship with God, but also in the evangelism side of it. So faith-wise, the residentials came at a really important time in my life, and they were really encouraging and really helped support me get through that and learn more about God. But then on the other side of evangelism, it gave me a lot of confidence, and it gave me the friendship and the support network through prayer and through that confidence to then go with God into the world and to share faith.
Amazing. And so, like, on your first year, we just done the second residential, which is one of the things we do on the Amplify Young Evangelist Academy. And then all of a sudden your first year was cut short, really, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because of COVID. So can you tell us a bit about kind of then what happened for you and what did you do in that moment?
Yeah, so it was really bizarre because we went to Amplify. I don't think I even went back to school after that because my school said we don't have enough staff. So I never actually went back to school until the August. So I was like, I've got so much time, what can we do? And I just felt God saying that we needed to do something. So we got in touch with some people like Alice, and I'd literally only met her at Birmingham New Street Station. I hadn't met her on the weekend, so we got in touch with her, and then she got a load of friends together. And that meant we ended up with a group of people from Amplify who were passionate about sharing their faith, who felt that this was a season where we needed something online, especially targeting young people, to talk about the questions, talk about the difficult stuff, and just to generally share our faith. So Living It Out was born, and it became an Instagram account over the summer with over 100 followers, which was amazing for us, but it was to see that God was doing that. But what was also amazing was that God was training us and preparing us, because now looking back, I'm like, wow, there's 3 of us on Christian gap years, 1 doing an internship in churches, looking to do youth work, another person off to uni, and seeing the way that God prepared us in that bit where it felt like we'd shut down and like God had stopped working. God was preparing us for the season ahead. Wow,
that's amazing. And so what are you up to now? You've hinted at that, but where is your life at now? You joined Amplify as a 16-year-old?
Yep.
Now you're 18, just over 2 years later, where do you find yourself? What are you doing?
Yeah, so this is something that really hit me today actually, because so we're at the Amplify first residential of the 3rd year, and I got up and spoke, and I was like, oh yeah, I met these people, and the first ones where I was like, oh my days, they're really charismatic Christians and really excited, and then I realised, oh my days, I'm now working with them, because I'm now a member of the Pays movement, so I'm an apprentice working with Pays. So I work in Life Church in Burnley, which is all about going into schools and sharing faith with young people. So for example, on the way here, we got into a car, and one of the young people who we were driving said, you came to our school and did our assembly. So it feels like I've gone full circle, that I've got into Amplify, got to know loads of people, then joined the Pays movement, and then I'm feeding back into the young people who are doing Amplify.
Great, yeah, and it's amazing to have you on your 3rd year assisting to lead groups, particularly of those in college in the space you've just been in. And so finally, what would you say to anyone who might be considering doing Amplify or might know someone who'd be great for it?
Yeah, definitely. I think Amplify is one of those things where you get asked to join it, or your youth leader asks you to join it, and you're like, oh, really? I've never heard of this. This is very new. It's very different. And I definitely had those nerves. But what I'd say is put those nerves to bed. I think that's God quite often the devil trying to stop us doing the things that God's called us into. So if God's calling you into it, take that leap, take the courage to go, because it'll be completely worth it, and you'll experience the fruit from it for the rest of your life, as I have, joining the very movements that have run Pays.
Amazing.
Pays Amplify.
That's awesome. Thanks, mate. Thanks for being part of Amplify. We love you. We love what God's doing in and through you. So thanks for sharing your story. Wow, wasn't that amazing? Such great stories from those amazing young people. We absolutely love them being part of Amplify Young Evangelist Academy. If you don't know, Amplify is headed up by a bunch of different organisations in partnership together to raise up the next wave of young evangelists across the UK. And when we say young, we mean specifically those aged 11 to 17. And so we're really, really excited and encouraged by what God is doing in and through their lives. So if you know someone, or maybe you are someone that's watching this who could be part of it, head to their website, which you'll see below, amplifyacademy.co.uk, to sign up today or find out more information. We'd love to have you on the journey. Thanks for watching this episode of Talking Hope. Check out the YouTube for more episodes. Be encouraged and inspired by what God is doing across the nation.